I'm not scared.
Whew, okay. You guys ready to enjoy the ride of of all the MCU movies from worst to best? This is gonna be a heck of a ride. Okay, my opinion has changed ever since the last video. I rewatched all of and I watched Endgame just now after, like, you know how I made that Spider-Man video? Yeah, I just watched Endgame. But let's get to number 23. Number 23, Iron Man 2. The worst movie from the MCU. This movie is boring. This movie doesn't really have anything to pay off. This movie, the only good thing is the last battle with War Machine and Iron Man, which is him blowing up stuff. And I think Mickey Rourke was good as a villain, but he's not that awesome. But yet I don't think it's really good. I think it's boring from the first act, the second act, the third act was good, but it's not great. It's not awesome. A 2 out of 10. It sucks. Okay, number 23, Thor: The Dark World. It's a This movie is easily really terrible movie because this movie doesn't really have anything to pay off either. The only good thing about this is the reality stone. The reality stone is the only good thing about it. The Loki die was Loki sacrificing was kind of cheesy. Everybody knew that he didn't die, of course, because he already did that once, which is Thor. But yet it had some good moments on it. I think it had better moments than Iron Man 2, but it has the same score. It's a 2 out of 10. Let's go to 21. Number 21, The Incredible Hulk. I put this at my last place last time, and then I changed my opinion because the last battle was actually pretty good. I think it was pretty well handled, but the only problem with this movie had a lot of problems that were big problems, not small problems. That I actually needed to watch this movie 3 times, and it actually got me to the headache where I didn't want to watch it until I finally got what I needed. But this movie had a lot of great moments than the other two. This movie's a 3 out of 10. Let's go to number 20, Iron Man 3. This movie disappointed me as much as some people are a little bit disappointed, which is the plot twist between the Mandarin, Iron Man having all this risk. The only good thing is the last battle. It had this Iron Man, this Iron Man movie, Iron Man 3, has the best Iron Man battles of all time. It has better good stuff, which is all the robots coming. You see all the robots. It has better action than the Iron Man 2 last battle and the Iron Man the first one. But it's a 4 out of 10. It's not that great. It's bad, but I won't say it's terrible. Number 19, Thor. This movie is more good than bad, but it's a whatever movie. 5.5 out of 10 because this movie suffers some boring things. The plot. Sometimes Jane Foster's kind of stupid, and sometimes Thor could be out of his character. And I think Chris Hemsworth was really good as Thor, but I think he wasn't that confident of playing that role. He was a little bit like, looks like he wasn't like he wasn't confident. Number 18, Captain America: The First Avenger. This one is a really okay movie for me. This movie had a lot of good stuff that actually never disappointed me. The only good thing about this movie is Captain America and his origin, which is really awesome. And I think this movie deserves a really good first act, and the second act from the middle, and then the third act it was okay, but I think the third act had a little bit of problems with the fighting. But I'll give it a 6.5 out of 10. It's okay movie. Okay, now let's get to number 17, Age of Ultron. This is a it's a good movie for me because I was disappointed with a lot of things. I wanted it to be dark, but yet it kind of disappointed me because it wasn't even that dark. It was just it was just what would happen if, like, them learning their problems, them learning the future, like Iron Man looking at his friends die, Thor looking at all the Infinity Stones, looking at what will happen in the future. But this movie had a lot of problems that were really small, but this movie was it was still good. 7 out of 10, by the way. Okay, number 16, Captain Marvel. This movie didn't really surprise me a lot, but yet I think it's enjoyable. Only watching it like 5 times, not a day, but like 5 times, 2 weeks. I just watch it this day, then wait for 2 weeks, then watch it again. This movie really had a lot of problems, and I don't think this movie hits really high because this movie kind of disappointed me with a lot of things. This movie was a really good buddy cop movie, but I'll give it a 7 out of 10. It really has it has a little bit good things. Number 15, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. 7.5 out of 10. This one, I think, it kind of disappointed me too, but yet it really had those fun stuff in this movie. This movie really actually hit me to the bottom of my heart, where there's a lot of emotional things, and it's a 7.5 out of 10. This movie really hit me inside my heart, and it actually really it had a lot of risk. It gave risks to the character, not the movie, to the characters, and yet it still paid off. Okay, number 14, Doctor Strange. This one is a weird movie, but it was still good. I give this movie a 8 out of 10 because it really has awesome things to make a character of his own movie, but it still has some weird things. I think they were rushing all of these things, but yet I think it has a good origin. I think it had a little bit funny jokes, but yet it's not a really incredible movie because everybody knows that this is an average movie. This is an average movie, 8 out of 10. Number 13, Ant-Man and the Wasp. 0.5 out of 10. This movie hits really hard on some emotional things, but the fun things is really cool. What they go more like after the events of Infinity War, they want you to cheer you up between the sadness, and the end credit scene was really good. No, I'm just kidding. Ant-Man and the Wasp had really good payoffs. 8.5 out of 10. It's a really nice movie. You guys should go watch it. Number 12, Ant-Man. Ant-Man was a really good movie. It has the same score at 8.5 out of 10. No, but there were some things that I actually didn't. There's something that I actually didn't like. Well, I didn't explain Ant-Man and the Wasp their problems because I wasn't even feeling to tell them because they were really accurate. But they were accurate, but I don't want to say them. But Ant-Man, his problems is I wish the original story was a really nice between, like, I wish the villain was not like Tony Stark's villain, because that villain of Tony Stark, which is the robot fighting, like, it doesn't really pay off, because I was kind of disappointed at the last act from Iron Man. But this one didn't actually disappoint me, but it still didn't have the good stuff like how it did, like, from the 11 movies from the top. Number 11, Black Panther. This one is a really good movie. With the last part with the CGI is not that great, but yet it's a really good CGI from the first act to the second act. The third act was a little rushed, but I think the villain was really good. I think they really paid off with the villain. but yet it's a 8.5 out of 10. Same thing, because it's not really that awesome or spectacular. Number 10. Okay, let's move on to number 10. So this number 10 are really, really biased. It's just my opinion, okay? Number 10, Iron Man. A 9 out of 10. This movie really hit the bottom of good. This movie just really is awesome. This movie is like the best. The best. This movie is awesome because it's the first MCU movie of all time, and it's enjoyable, and it's from the first movie. And yet, I don't think I got disappointed by it. The only thing I got disappointed was the third act within the fight was a little. I got really mad at this movie because of how good the second act was until the third act. But until the third act, it kind of made me a smile. I was like, this is an awesome movie. Where he says, I am Iron Man. He reveals his identity, which is really cool. Okay, number 9, Avengers. This one's everybody knows this is not a bad film. It's not an okay film. It's not a good film. It's an awesome film. This movie really hits a good things where everybody wants, especially the last battle. Everything is good about this movie. It's an awesome movie. It's fun. You see all these characters. But yet, the problem is I wish Clint had a little bit more of cool things. But that's the only cool thing he did was in Endgame and Captain America Civil War and Age of Ultron. Let's get to number 8, Ragnarok. 9.5 out of 10. He really hits a good 9.5 out of 10. Like, he deserves that because the funny, how it changed from all these characters, where they changed a lot of things, he's funny, there's a lot of more risks, and the new Hela character actually surprised me. But yet, it's awesome, it's really awesome, but it's not spectacular because the problem is, there's a lot of emotional things that could have happened, but it was cut to this funny things. But yet, I think the jokes are still good. Okay, now time for number 7, Guardians of the Galaxy. Everybody knows that this film we all had its risks. They had the risks. They took it, and then it really paid off with a 9.5 out of 10 in mine. This movie was really good. I think you guys should give it a try. Okay, and there's no problem with this movie. But I give it a 9.5 out of 10 because it didn't have a lot of surprises. But number six is Civil War. 9.5 out of 10. This movie really hit a really awesome tone with like all these characters fighting each other, and Captain America leaving his shoes. He's now a wanted person. Iron Man quitting, but not basically. But it's a 9.5 out of 10. But it's because this movie didn't have a lot of surprises, but yet it had more surprises than Guardians of the Galaxy. But it's not a spectacular movie. But I give this movie it's a really awesome movie. You guys should watch it. Okay, now time for my top 5. This top 5 are really biased. I'm biased, okay? Please don't smash me. Number 5 with the Winter Soldier. I give this a 10 out of 10. Everything is perfect. The fights, everything, the world build-up. This one has the best world build-up out of everything. But yet, it doesn't have the best action than the others, and it doesn't have the epicness. But it's a 10 out of 10. It's really awesome. There's nothing really terrible about this movie. You should go watch it. Do it. Just watch it. Just watch it. Just go. Okay? Number 4, Infinity War. Infinity War is a 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10 because this isn't the best because this movie didn't have a lot of surprises than the other 3. Because so anyway, let's talk about Infinity War. Infinity War is a really good build up from the 10 year and everything, the action packed, everything about this movie has a lot of good stuff and it's awesome, especially the last part where everything started to, like, you see all these characters going away and then you're like, what the heck is happening, then they disappear. Anyway, so for the top three are really biased. Please, okay, look, we all have opinions. You guys have your opinion. You guys think like Endgame is the worst. You guys are disappointed. Okay, I get it, but it's just me. It's just my opinion, and you know, I got my opinions. Number 3, Homecoming. Homecoming was a really cool flick for me and Spider-Man. It's a really spectacular Spider-Man. I think this is the second best Spider-Man movie. And the first best okay, so the Spider-Man Homecoming is the second best Spider-Man movie of all time. It's an awesome Spider-Man because I never cared about the Raimi films. Forget all about that. I don't care about them. The Mark Webbs, they're good, but yet I think Homecoming was a really, Tom Holland's good at it, and then I really like it. I love this movie. Guys should really watch it. It's the top 3. Homecoming is just my opinion. I'm really biased. 10 out of 10 anyway. Number 2, Far From Home. Spider-Man Far From Home. Events of Endgame, this movie really hit the emotions, the good illusions from Mysterio, the plot twist, everything will happen with Tony Stark doing to his friends, them meeting up, and Spider-Man getting tricked, the illusions, all these things were really awesome, paid off, and I think this is the best. Spider-Man Far From Home is the best Spider-Man movie of all time. Okay. It's the best Spider-Man movie of all time. The second best Spider-Man movie is Homecoming. I think I changed my opinion. It's because I think I made the ranking. I did a rank also. All Spider-Man movies ranked. Yeah, I think I did that. But, you know, this Far From Home is the best and Homecoming is second best. Okay, now time for... Oh, Far From Home, 10 out of 10, of course. Number 1, Endgame. If this one actually hit me to the craziness, it's really awesome. It's just awesome. There's never a movie that will top my number 1. This is the best movie of all time, so it's Far From Home is the second best. But yet this movie never had an issue. Some people said it had a bunch of more issues than Infinity War, but for me, I don't look at them as issues. I look at them as nothing. But yet the last action. Okay, look, the first act was a like apocalyptic, like a really apocalyptic thing, like where emotional apocalyptic, and then the second was a time heist movie, which is really awesome. The first act was really cool because it's emotional. They all lost friends. You see his family, and that's good. That's awesome. And then the time heist, it's really awesome because where they go back in time, where all these movies that you like, except for Thor: The Dark World, was really cool, and you're gonna love it. And then the third act, that is where it hits the really cool spot. The last battle of everything, Avengers Assemble, is the best battle. Okay. Anyway, I'm gonna give this a 10 out of 10, and it's the first best Endgame. Oh my god. It's already hit my 16 minutes already. This movie, so anyway, I'm done, guys. Please let me go to sleep. Yeah, it took me a lot to edit. Anyway, that's it, guys. And see you next time with another video. I'm gonna do like the same thing how I did tomorrow on an update for my videos. Instead of doing tomorrow, I'm gonna do videos that like what am I gonna do next week, but that'll be on this one, okay? And like I'll show a video, it will upload a video, and that's it. Anyway, guys, that's it. I'm done. Oh my god, it took me so much long, and I hope you guys enjoy. Goodbye.